Okay, streaming yet again. Let's do this. So, last time I finished up by trying to grind a little bit and spectacularly failing, but I think the best thing to actually do is to just kind of slam my head at the wall until I break through it. That's kind of a weird analogy. One second, let me pull up my stream info. Okay. And I think I was onto something actually about I should use my red deck against Digimon and then the black deck against the second person who I lost to the first time. And I'm considering taking Warp Digivolve out of my decks because it doesn't really come up often enough to matter. But we'll see how things go. And I have to turn Polygon Battle back on because I'm now just playing the game and not grinding. This is okay. I'll use him. And see, this is what I'm talking about. This card's just in your hand. You can't use it. And, like, I think I should just take it out. It's not good enough in my current decks. I'd rather have cards I can use in more situations. Speed Digivolve is way better than Warp Digivolve because you can use it to Digivolve to C or to U. Wait, why is my triangle at 0? I missed what his support card did. Was it literally just a triangle to 0 card? I can't see it anymore because I don't think you can't even look through the discard piles. Oh good, he used X for no reason. So I've been thinking about getting into the actual Digimon card game, but it turns out that the only locals in this town is at the same time that I have something else every week. A class. I'm in college in a way. And so yeah, I guess I can't get into the Digimon TCG for the next 4 months, really. Okay, that's good. Who do I want to Digivolve to? Probably Tyrannomon, right? Because I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. I haven't been playing it for the past few weeks. It seems like recently I've been like, play it quite a bit for a month or two, then don't play it at all for like a month or two. And I like Yu-Gi-Oh! But I hate playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In real life because it's just like, there's so much you have to remember to actually play it, like what cards have activated and stuff. What cards can be activated. And I mean, all card games have that, have that to some extent. But I like Digimon, and I'd like to play its card. I like its card game. Its card game is really cool. Like the current card game. I like the way the what is it called? The gauge, the energy gauge, or data gauge, or whatever it's called, how it moves back and forth. Okay, that's pretty good. These are both healing cards, right? Okay, guess I'm using triangle. Oh, that's 680. I didn't even do the math. I was just going for the highest damage. I was also expecting him to heal himself. I've been thinking of another game I might want to stream. I should probably just go back and finish the ZX Advent streams, but I'm not really feeling like it. The Mega Man ZX Advent streams, I should say. Whoa. Why? That's weird. I mean, I guess he can heal, but... I guess we'll get to see Blue Marimon. So what's weird is that I think Blue Marimon generally is supposed to be... Okay, maybe not in this game. In a lot of them, I think Blue Marimon's just supposed to be a hotter Marimon. He's blue flames, but maybe he's supposed to be ice or something in this game. Actually, I guess I could look it up on my computer. Oh, no? Okay. It's supposed to be cold for some reason. Strange. Alright. Have I played Master Tyrannomon yet in this playthrough? Because it feels like I keep not getting to him because he's so expensive to play. What is going on outside? I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I was hoping the police were a lot closer than they were so I could see. Well, I mean, maybe not hoping, but wondering if they were closer than they were. I think that they're just loud. Okay, so last time I had trouble beating this guy with the black deck, and I had trouble beating the second guy with the red deck. And I think it's because I needed more attack power against this guy, and against the next guy, the more HP or not being red will matter more. Waymon. Whammon? I mean, he's a whale. Waymon. Whammon. Okay, we'll try the black deck, and I'll probably lose. Oh, I probably should not have used triangle, because he's got that disc. Okay, we're good. Ooh, nice. Something that I really appreciate about this game is that every card is a support card, except for option cards, I guess. When you pull an option card, or not an option, evolution option cards, you can't play those as support cards except by drawing them off the top of the deck and then they do nothing. And I think that's a really cool game design. I mean, I'm sure this is not the first game to do it, but we'll get rid of this card. Nothing is safe. Let's see if we can get something good off the top. Nope. Because I used triangle. And I'm probably gonna die first anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Betamon's really cool. I think he was one of the first Digimon. Like on the first V-Pad, it was Agumon and Betamon. I'm not sure on that though. I'd have to check. That's a good ability. Yeah. You know what I need? Ways to force the opponent to use circle. So I was looking at all the various armored Digimon, and they're all really cool. I wish that more focus was given to them. But they're basically just relegated to being Digimon Adventure 02 bait, or fan bait. I don't know what you want to call that. Fan. I don't know. But they've got really cool designs, and I like the armor aesthetic. Like, this is a slightly bigger Vmon in red armor. Should I play this just to get it out of my hand? I probably should. Is there any way for me to, what if I do circle and, I don't even know if I have anything in this deck that makes me get first attack. I think that makes us both use triangle. No, it makes us both use circle. Oh, okay, so I could use Dark Rizamon. No, that makes both players use circle. I need something that makes the opponent use circle, but not me. So the problem here is... Oh, I have a speed Digivolve. Okay. It's all good then. We play this. Skip. No, wait. We use this guy. We go to Garurumon. And then we use circle. If there's one thing I remember from playing this as a kid, is that Garurumon is like... that much HP is just overpowered. It's not overpowered, and he's... Speed Digivolving to him is probably overpowered, because he costs 40 instead of the normal 30. So in that case, it was definitely looking for a champion to Digivolve to. I'm sure whatever this is good. No, it's not. I kind of forgot Tsukaimon was in my deck. I mean, at least he used his weak attack. You know what's interesting? The point system, the 3 points, that is more or less the same system that the new Pokemon TCG Pocket game uses. I mean, it's... Yeah, because the normal Pokemon TCG has prize cards, which is frankly kind of bad design because it just means whoever's winning wins more. But the Pocket game is 3 points. But since it has cards that are worth different values, it's usually 2 kills wins when you kill an EX Pokemon. Whereas this is always 3 kills. But, I don't know. Just an observation. I have an ultimate somewhere. So... Do I want to do this? I think not. I think I want to do this. Oh yeah, that counters that card. I didn't even think of that. And I want to draw into my ultimate. Canonically, Waymon's supposed to be one of the biggest Digimon most of the time, but he's tiny in this game. Because he's supposed to be a whale. A whale-sized whale. Actually, I think I win next turn unless he can heal. Oh. Never mind. I thought I was going first. Guess I'll use X. Oh, probably shouldn't have used X. So in this case, I definitely need to evolve next turn. Granted, odds are pretty high that I draw it in the first hand. There it is. And it only needs 30. That's good. But I have to kill him now. But that should be fine, because I think I should just use Circle. Yeah. If I use Circle, and he doesn't use Brachiomon. Nope, he used Brachiomon. He used this guy instead. It's kind of cool how every turn is a battle, and it's just different as to who attacks first. Instead of, you know, I attack you, and then your turn, you attack me. Just thinking in terms of game design, TCG's card game design. Okay, so those are the only 3 cards he has for the rest of the game. Doesn't do anything. Stops my circle, stops my triangle. But I could just use X. And win. I feel like I'm playing a lot better than I have in the past 2 streams. Maybe I'm just more awake right now, because I've been streaming kind of more willing to think about my gameplay, because I haven't done anything else today, really. I went to the store. I woke up at like 7 p.m. because I have terrible sleep patterns. Oh, that's a cool animation. I'm noticing I'm not getting, I mean, I don't want to complain about my viewership because I know I'm just, I'm a nobody streaming on the internet. But I noticed in the past streams I would get a viewer or 2 and then they go away. But I haven't gotten any in the past 2 streams, and hopefully that isn't because my streams have done so poorly that Google's just not recommending them anymore. But I have also streamed at better hours, probably. Well, okay. My first 3 streams of this were like in the middle of the night. The last one and this one were a little bit better timed for reasonable people. So maybe there's just less people streaming at those times or something. I really don't know. Ooh, Garurumon. Alright, I think I picked the red deck, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I really need to take Warp Digivolve out. That's just a bad card. But we'll go with this. And I'll spend him. And, well, I'm going to keep Warp Digivolve for now. Maybe I can draw Meteormon or something next turn. See. So don't use Circle, I guess. I'll use Triangle. I wonder why he's called Mucho Mom. Okay, looks like he can't actually kill me this turn. Do I use Circle anyway? I'll just use Triangle. Okay. Howling Blaster. Alright, I'll either draw Meteormon or I'll get a champion. So. Okay. I think I have to use triangle. Man, this deck's interesting. It's like the first actual like real strategy that an opponent has, although it's not playing it optimally, I don't think. Or maybe it is. Don't like this. See, that seems a little foolish to me. I feel like you should have used Garurumon plus X. Yeah, I was gonna die no matter what in that battle. And that's sort of what I'm saying about him being a much more cohesive strategy. And right here he could kill me by doing that. Oh, but he's not. Saved by the computer playing badly. Again. Which is fine, because at this point they really can't expect you to have a very good deck. Oh, he played Garurumon straight up. Oh, to go in a half strength where Garurumon. Interesting. That's a cool effect. That's a cool support ability. But in this case, he probably should have just stayed at Garurumon, weirdly enough. Winner. Would I be insane to... No, I don't think that's insane. I think sending that as DP is a good idea. Okay, don't use circle. triangle instead. Boost our attack power. What's cool, another thing that's cool, is that these images are distinct enough that it's pretty easy to remember what they do. And like variations of the same card have different colors and stuff. I mean, that's pretty normal, but like I read that blaster card or whatever it is once, and now I know what it does. I mean, smart move here would have been for him to use X and Garurumon's ability. And the fact that he doesn't use Garurumon like that is very helpful, because otherwise I would be losing. Alright. Done a lot better this time. I think my strategy of red and black was all I really needed to do. And having 3 decks is probably optimal to how to play this game. Still wonder what the D in Diotamamon means. Get him out of this arena. Oh. Oh, Wormon evolved. This game's interesting because they go with like the black Stingmon design when normally he's greener. And I mean, I guess Wormon's a black card in this game, but it's still interesting because you could still make Stingmon black and have him be the green Stingmon. And that's not just a coloring issue in this game. There is legitimately a black and a green Stingmon in Digimon. I hate to call it lore, but lore. Playing with hands revealed is such an interesting way to make a card game. I like it. And maybe it's just because they wanted to have multiplayer on one console. Because obviously that's the only way to do it with the PlayStation 1. I mean, I don't know if there was any networking capabilities of PS1. I don't think there was. And I don't mean online play. I mean like connect 2 PlayStations together. I think we first attack with Spiral Twister. Oh, hopefully he didn't use that. Actually, if he used X, it's fine still. Okay. Because jamming, I think, stops Digimon support effects, but not option cards. So he's probably going to play the hacking card. I need to look at my hand more because I really wish I'd been using that card a couple of times. Although I don't think it would have actually made the difference between killing and not killing. Hacking is a really good card. What if I don't even send this as DP? I probably should have, now that I think about it, because he'll just use that. Wait, I don't think that card will work. Yeah, okay. You have to discard to give the benefit of that card. Wonder why they made black... Oh, okay. It's ringless Black Gatomon. Because Gatomon and Black Gatomon are supposed to be champions, but when they're ringless, usually they're still a champion in canon, but just weak. But they made Gatomon ringless a rookie in this game, and I guess they made Black Gatomon rookie by default too. Oh, wow. Triangle. Oh, wait, I was gonna die either way. Ooh, that's gross. I don't think I've ever seen Digimon's model in this game, and it's not a good-looking Digimon. Alright, let's draw a champion so I can just evolve it. Okay, that's close enough to a champion. So I guess we just circle and double it. And win. Mill cards in this game is an interesting idea. I don't... well, okay, that's not a mill card. The previous card he used was a mill card. And I don't know... There is no discard pile interaction in this game. Well, you can reshuffle random cards into your deck or something with certain cards. But, like, I don't think there's any benefit to having cards in your discard pile, so... Mill is probably pretty good. But there aren't many mill cards. Nice, 10 more HP on Vmon, on Flamedramon, Ogremon, Thundermon, Sorcerymon, Hyperpack. Okay, so I think I had to talk to Cody Okay. He gives a partner. So I'm not sure which one's better. I normally go for Patamon, and it probably doesn't really matter too much. You know what? I'm gonna look up what other people's opinions are. Actually, I read that you can't pick if you want to get 100%. You have to pick. You can't have Vmon, Gatomon, Wormmon, because you don't get all the parts or something. I did read a partner tier list the other day. Just some guys. Okay. This guy really likes Digimon, especially when you pick Armadillomon first, but also when you pick it last. And then he likes Nefertimon, which is Gatomon. Then he likes Flamedramon, Magnamon, Baronmon, Housemon. Baronmon is a Patamon's second Digi-Egg. Doesn't like Pegasusmon. I think I might just do this guy's. Man, I really like Wormmon though. And if you pick Wormmon, you want to pick Patamon. You know what? I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna do Gatomon, Armadillomon. Alright, that's pretty good. There's a lot of good advice here, actually. Like, they actually knew how to play the game when they made it. That's kind of wrong, because okay, I have to battle Garurumon again. That's fine, but I want to put cards into my deck. I'm gonna look up the mythical content thing again because I want to make sure I had that partner list right. Yeah, not Vmon, Gatomon, Wormmon. So picking Patamon should be fine because I plan on doing... Alright, instead of this, I will play Patamon. Okay. Wait, I picked Gatomon? I thought I picked Patamon. Oh, okay. I guess I decided on getting Armadillomon later. Oh well. That's fine. Gatomon's good. So, let me see if I have any other champion fires. Centaurimon, Akatoriamon, other Flareezamon. Okay. I think I like my selection currently. And I will do the same here and replace this with Gatomon. That way, because the thing is that Gatomon and Patamon just being in your deck as a green card with a lot, they have 30 plus P, which is real good. Because that's enough to just get a Digivolve, at least until you get their armor egg. Alright, so I want Vmon to have the best stats. But Gatomon can't armor Digivolve yet, so I can just maximize out on good abilities here. Like that is pretty good. And I'll throw on that for now. Oh, I forgot about that. The last partner you edited is your background. Alright, now we can battle Garurumon. Let's get it on. Red deck again. But yeah, I haven't used Warp Digivolve at all yet, so I think it's best to just... Garurumon was holding his deck in his mouth. Oh, shoot. That's probably enough to kill me. If he used Circle, which he probably did. No, use Triangle. Okay. I'm in the clear. Sort of. Not really. I guess I can first attack next turn, so... Okay. Okay, that's a bad hand. That hand is tolerable. So I guess triangle. Okay, cool. He didn't even use a move that would damage me. See, I wish that getting cards wasn't so tough in this game. Because it's basically all random. Okay. See, this thing keeps not playing optimally. It doesn't want to use Garurumon's support effect. When Garurumon's support effect would be the best move most of the time. Like, Garurumon's support effect is really good. Guess I'll do triangle. Keeps doing it. It should be a circle plus your attack. His failure to kill me this turn has put me at a major advantage. Digimon is such a versatile card. I think I have 4 of it. Because, like, plus 200 attack on a rookie Digimon, it does everything. And it has decent stats, too. So it can be your starter, it can be your DP, it can be your support card. And it has first attack on X, which is really good, too. See, logically it should use triangle or circle and plus power, but we'll see what it actually does. Okay. Should I... I should probably Digivolve the champion, because it has more HP. So, I guess... Oh, never mind. Oops. I guess triangle. Just get this out of my hand because I'm not going to use circle again. Armored Digivolving is just such an automatic yes that I couldn't even manage to not do it. My fingers are just, they just know what to do when they play this game. You Armored Digivolve. Alright, no ultimate. Oh wait, no, he's gonna evolve the champion. Okay, but I can play circle now. So, maybe I should have saved that card. Honestly, I think knowing what your opponent has in their hand gives this game so much more, like, strategic depth. Than it would if it was hidden hands. Because otherwise you would just hit the best attack at all times and hope they didn't have a card that counters it. So instead you have to play around things. Play around what cards they have. And the optimal move is always possible to be known. With the exception, of course, of the all or nothing gambit, top card of your deck. Now, I did read that you want to battle this arena again. Because I did read through a walkthrough, kinda. And to check missable content. And a lot of it's not missable until you get to the post-game. It's an Agumon face-off. Who is the better Agumon? It's called Freeze. I called it Freeze Beam, right? And he bit me? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. Lots of HP recovery, but it's good that he's using it all now because that means he won't have it later. Yeah, it's called Freeze Beam. And he bites you. It's interesting that health recovery is actually pretty good in this game. That automatically, even though you automatically recover when you evolve. Because, well, honestly, plus 500 HP, that's as good as evolving in terms of HP gain a lot of the time, so it makes sense. Yeah, I'm definitely more in the mood to be streaming or playing games right now or whatever, because the last 2 times I've been like, man, I'm done with this after an hour, and now I'm feeling way able to keep playing. It's good he hasn't drawn a champion yet. Alright. Okay, champion right off the bat. That's a choice. I just go straight into Meteormon. Do I use X or... I think I use triangle. And if he uses Gomamon, it's fine. I don't think I've seen that animation. Have I only used circle with this guy? Okay. If I just use circle, I could kill him, but he'll probably use X if I make that gamble. No champions. Well, that's irritating. Guess I'll use X and hope. Sure, I'll use this. Yeah, of course he uses that. Specific countercards like that always annoy me. Because, like in every game, not just this game, every card game. Because it's like, okay, so you just randomly have a card that specifically counters my deck and only my deck. That's a pleasant way to design a game. Okay, I win this battle. Oh, wow. Phone just buzzed. Well, that was a useless notification. I should probably disable notifications from that app. Why does it use the text buzz level? Like most of my apps, when I get a notification, it just makes a soft single buzz. But that used like a buzz I'd get when I get a text. El Toyagumon, nice. Okay, and I want to use my black deck against this guy. good. I guess I can use... I'll use X. Okay, that's good. How much HP did he gain? Was it the amount of damage or was it half the amount? I think it was half the amount. Well, that's pleasant. I don't know. I'll say circle, in case he's reading my inputs. I guess it doesn't matter if I play this card. Yeah. I mean, that's logical. Okay, I really want to get the champion this turn so that I can recover my HP. Okay, that's a good hand. I've always thought Dark Rizamon looks really cool in this game. I like the like bronze or copper metal helmet against the like jet black skin. I'm glad it's not reading my inputs. Although I feel like logically you would want to play the triangle card no matter what. Especially if you're using X anyway. I mean, obviously though, this is a mediocre game AI made for the PS1, so it can't be too smart. I feel like a lot of planes fly over at night here. That, like, they don't fly over during the day. Yeah, see, like, that's what I was expecting. Does this... I might just use this. Just to get in some damage. $30 is nothing, but that's the cost of having such a good triangle attack. Triangle should win. Or win this fight. I think I just stick with this. Don't even throw anything away. So I think I also use this guy as the support card, so I don't die. Dark Rizamon plus Garurumon as support is pretty potent as a combo. Actually, I should have thrown Black Gapamon away because I do have an ultimate. I just wasn't thinking that far ahead, apparently. But it's fine. I'll probably win next turn anyway. Or, I guess not win, but kill this, Okay. That's fine. I like how Dark Rizamon comes in the red-black starter deck in this game, and it just completely turns all expectations around because its triangle is its strongest attack. Like, that doesn't feel like a starter deck card, that feels like a tech card for later. But maybe it's good to put cards that work a little bit differently in your starter. Oh, I should not have used triangle. I need to read. It's fine. I'll die either way, so it doesn't matter. Okay, I need to evolve the champion immediately. So, if I don't draw a champion, I will discard my hand. And no rookie. Although, what does this do at half? It's probably not good. Because it'd be 300, 200, 150. Yeah, it's not even better than that Gomamon. Huh. Do any of these heal? No? Okay. I think that's good then. I'll play this card. And Lightning Paw. Alright. Final opponent of the arena. Garurumon is next. I don't think I have a way to beat this guy this turn, unless I had used Circle, but he probably would have just used X anyway. Oh, he's making me use Circle. And I didn't play, Agumon. Oh well. Kid Claw? What a name. Well, at least I'm safe to use Circle now. Oh. Why even play video games? You know, I like the drawing off the top of the deck as a mechanic, but it's also just complete and utter BS. I have no way to Digivolve immediately, but it probably doesn't even matter. I'm gonna try one more. Okay, that's not much better. should be able to survive with my recovery. And then even kill him next turn. So that's pretty cool. I guess triangle. And do I want to use a card just to use it? No. It's a lot of Gabumons. I guess I'll use this just to make it more likely I draw an ultimate next turn. Wow, I picked the right attack. Don't use triangle, I guess. And what does this do? Okay, I guess I'll use X. Oh. What? I was not paying attention to, something. Because I did not see him killing me that turn. I need a champion. Crap. to Armor Digivolve or go to Champion? I think I want to go to Champion. I've put myself into a tough spot here. Okay, good, I win. If he had used X, I probably would have lost. Okay, and I think from doing this a second time, you get an extra card or something. There's a Garurumon. Yeah, okay. That's a second Meteormon, which is probably pretty good. Better look at my partner cards too, just to make sure they're at, yeah, okay, they're as good as they'll be for now. Better look at my Vmon so that the background will change back to blue. There we go. That's how the game's supposed to look. Alright, next arena. Next city. Best arena in the game. Alright. So this is the yellow arena. Maybe not the most, maybe not the best hand to have kept, but we'll see. If he plays that, I lose this battle. So I guess I'll just hope he doesn't. And play this. Yep, okay. Maybe he used X. He almost certainly did not use X. He used triangle, yeah. And that is why yellow is the best color in this game. And that is why you should start with Armadillo. Hello, Ludolpha. It's going pretty good. Just enjoying some Digimon digital card battle here. Good to see you in chat. Alright, this is a much better card. I'll discard this card. Yeah, it's a pretty good game. I actually did have it as a kid, which is, considering the quality of Digimon games at the time and even now, this is probably one of the better ones, so I'm glad that I had it and not some of the other ones that were around at the time. Okay, circle should work. Yeah, I didn't actually have any of the Digimon World games, but the first 3 Digimon World games are quality, to some extent. World 4 is worse. Yeah, all of the Digimon World games are just different for no reason, really. Or at least the original set of Digimon World games. Like 10 years ago, or 15 years ago, 20, they started actually naming the games different things if they had different genres. This is probably fine. Just keep this hand. Oh yeah, I bet 4 would be better if you actually played it with somebody else. Most games become good if you play them with somebody else. Yeah, I can't wait for Time Stranger either. Like, that's gonna be... I loved Cyber Sleuth, even though it's also kind of just a middling game. Because I just like Digimon, so that automatically bumps things up a whole star in my mind. So yeah, Time Stranger looks like it's going to be pretty good. I've always found Rockmon's design, I don't know why he's called Rockmon, but he looks like that. And I don't think it's like Mega Man, where in Japanese he's called Rockman because of rock and roll. Because I don't understand how this guy would be rock and roll. He looks more, you know, he's just wireframe for no reason. Yeah, Cyber Sleuth's story, I did like its story, and I like Hacker of Memory's story a little bit better, though. But the first Cyber Sleuth was a good, good enough story. Uh, I like how it pulled in quite a bit of Digimon. Maybe not as much Digimon lore as some people would like, or even myself, but pulled in enough of it that it actually mattered to some extent. I mean, I know people get tired of the Royal Knights being in everything, but I like them. But the gameplay of Cyber Sleuth can be a little bit monotonous sometimes. But so can a lot of JRPGs, or turn-based RPGs, I suppose would be a more accurate word. It's kind of hard. It's a hard balance to strike, especially for the amount of turn-based RPGs that exist out there. People always have. It's tough to make the gameplay exciting with a turn-based RPG. There are a lot of games that do it, but a lot they really have to heavily they have to what's the word I'm searching for? Rely on their story a lot to make up for just some of the native issues with making a turn-based RPG combat system work. But like a lot of games make a good turn-based system where even without a quality story they're still pretty good. But Cyber Sleuth only barely has a good combat system. Oh yeah, I didn't want to say like I want the Royal Knights to be the only characters that ever matter. Just to make that clear, I don't really care who the main things it's oriented around are, and seeing different ones for once is going to be fun. The Olympus 12. I only know a couple of those off the top of my head. I mean, I think they're just Greek god names or Roman god names in front of the word Mon, most of them. See, but really, the only Digimon I care about is Vmon. Well, Vmon and any of Vmon's evolutions. Oh yeah, all of what I was just saying, I do want to make clear. I do like turn-based RPGs, perhaps more than a normal person should. So I can get over flaws a little bit better than a lot. Okay. Oh, nice. I got Digimon right off the bat here. That's overpowered. Yeah, I like the new Digimon TCG. I like its gameplay. I like a lot of the art. I like everything about it, really. I mean, I don't really play it. I'd like to, but it's kind of hard to find a place to play it at, really. I did just move to a town, and there is actually locals here, but it's at a time that I'm unable to attend. And but I like how this new TCG just kind of is it's a big fan of all of Digimon. That's something I like about a lot of current Digimon stuff, is that it's all being made by people who clearly like Digimon as a whole, like since like even Cyber Sleuth, because like a lot of the animations in Cyber Sleuth are like explicit references to the anime. Like they'll use their attack and they'll frame it in the same way that the animation was played in the anime. But obviously, the old Digimon stuff has a lot of good stuff too. Since obviously that's the source of the stuff the new stuff is referencing. I guess triangle is enough damage to kill, so I'll use triangle. And I'll use this. Yeah, apparently there used to be 2 other stores here that had Digimon locals, but both stores have closed down. So there's only one left, and I can't attend. Yeah, I like it when they manage to make the lore work with mechanics. Like, I really like Armor Digimon, and as far as video games go, this is about the only one that make them work like how Armor Digimon are supposed to work, and have them be a playable mechanic. Because, like, Cyber Sleuth, ignoring Magnamon and Gold Rapidmon, there's only Flamedramon, and he can't evolve, and you get him way later than you would be using champions still. But like in this game, Armor Digimon are almost overpowered, so it's like, it's a hard thing to do. And I kind of like how they made Armor Digimon work in the card game. I have read those mechanics, and I even tested out the deck once. And like Flamedramon specifically is like my favorite Digimon. I said Vmon earlier in all of its evolutions, but Flamedramon specifically. And it's pretty much just because of this game. Yeah, exactly. Armored Digimon either gets ignored, forgotten about, or just turned into champions or ultimates. And I like it when they work a little bit differently. So, like in this game, the Armored Digimon is you play your partner and you can Armored Digivolve it immediately for a power boost to theoretically be in between champion and rookie, but by the end of the, since this game has pseudo RPG mechanics, they end up being as powerful as champions or even ultimates by the end of the game. So it's kind of an overpowered mechanic, but you also only get 3 in your deck total. Of course, you only get 3 Digimon played total in this game in any given battle. That's a cool animation. Ragemon's one of the riding or I almost called it Pokemon. I like Pokemon too, but I like Digimon also. Ragemon's one of the ones you can ride in Time Stranger. That's cool. I haven't really been looking at too much of the trailers and stuff. I just saw like the initial one and a couple of pictures since then because I really don't want to spoil myself too much because it's a game I actually want to play. But if Ragemon is one you can ride, yes, I am excited to do that. Yeah. So yeah, Ragemon's also one of my favorites because it's an armored digivolution of Vmon. Uh, so yeah, that does sound pretty cool. This is an unfortunate hand. This is also an unfortunate hand, but it's slightly better. What does that card do? Oh, okay. Interesting. Probably not a very good card. Guess I use triangle. Yeah, the reason why Vmon has always been my favorite is because, mostly because of this game and Digimon Rumble Arena, and I don't know if it's and the Digimon movie, because those are the 3 Digimon things I had as a kid. I hadn't even ever really watched the series at all at that point. I just had the movie. Yeah, and Vmon having a lot of evolutions is really cool because it gives you a lot of thematically associated Digimon, like Vidramon and XVmon and Pyildramon and Imperial Dramon, Ulforce Vidramon. I like them all. Of course, I also like pretty much any given Digimon I really like. Yeah, the movie's great, especially the first two thirds of it, because they're much better adaptations of the source material than the third part of it. Uh, but so I a couple months ago I bought they released a new Blu-ray that has the original English Digimon movie, but they also made new dubs for the three movies that they cut up to make the Digimon movie. So it has those on it as well as the original Japanese versions for those three movies and the original Digimon movie on it. And I've watched it. I've watched both versions recently, and I still got to say I like them both. Both the closer to the original dub and the original movies and the original English movie. Yeah, our war game is spectacular. That's what I was saying. The first two thirds, the Digimon Adventure O2 part is kinda mediocre. Uh, I just bought it off of Amazon. I don't know what country you're in, so whether or not it's available there, or how much money you have to throw away on Blu-rays. But that's where I got it. I guess since you're talking about the Digimon movie, you're probably at least from an English-speaking country, unless you had access to different dubs or whatever. Oh yeah, the O2 part is first off, the original Japanese movie is a lot weaker than the pilot movie and our war game, and then they really cut it up to make the English Digimon movie, so it kind of flops a bit. Yeah, you'll probably have difficulty finding it in a physical shop in most places because it's kind of a specialty item. So I'm not surprised you haven't been able to find it there. And you won't, and you'll probably never find it in like a used shop because no one who bought it is going to sell it unless they run out of money or something. Oh, beat the arena. Except, if I remember right, King Sukamon makes you battle it again. Oh yeah, I hate all sorts of anime and Japanese media get these audio dramas in Japanese, and that basically makes them unavailable in English because uh, they don't make dubs of them ever. I mean, or hardly ever. And they rare and even less often will they make an animated version. Although I do think they did that with Pokemon. I think that the origin of Mewtwo thing was originally an audio drama and then they animated it, which is like the only instance of that occurring that I actually know of. But yeah, it's so you either have to find a summary somebody wrote in English or a fan sub, but you'll never get a dub or an animated version of them. And so there's just all this stuff they've made for all sorts of anime and other Japanese stuff that you just don't get outside of Japan. I hit the wrong button here. I meant to hit partner. Yeah, well, I get why they don't release them in English because uh, who who wants that? And I think they're even less common in Japan than they used to be. So I get why they don't dub them or anything, but it's too bad because there's a lot of stuff that you just miss out on if you're a fan of something, and you just have to absorb it through a summary some fan wrote on the internet, or learn Japanese, which, I mean, is fine, but yeah, I like that. You brought it up, the O2 mixed up Armor Digivolve special, and that gets you all sorts of Armor Digimon that didn't exist before, that are all pretty cool when you actually look them up and see what their drawn version is. Like Shadramon in this game that I just fought. I don't know if he's from that special or if he's just from this game, but he's a Armor of Courage Wormon, which looks pretty cool. I really like Toy Agumon. It's a silly idea they had to make a Lego Agumon. So yeah, I really likes to do that recently. Play champions right off the bat. What card is that? Oh yeah, I definitely agree with your friend then, saying that need more evolutions for the toy Digimon, because like, there's nothing that feels like it naturally comes from Toy Agumon. Like, or at least not that I'm aware of. Plus, actually, I was looking at things recently, and there's no data attribute Agumon. There's vaccine and virus Agumons. And so it's like, I was being really nerdy, and I was making a Tyrannomon line that was data in my head. But there's no data Agumon equivalent, and there's like nothing that really looks like Tyrannomon. And it's like, but Toy Agumon is a data attribute, but he has nothing that really looks like him when he evolves. I mean, I don't know what... I'm not advocating for like a Toy Greymon or something, but something that feels thematically through line. This hand's fine. Never really... the no data Agumon besides Toy Agumon, is that what you're talking about? Yeah, it's really kind of weird. Like, there are other, like, dinosaurs, but they don't look like they aren't as good to go from Agumon to Tyrannomon. But yeah, there's Black Agumon, or whatever it's called, that's virus. There's Snow Agumon, which is vaccine again. And there's regular Agumon, which is vaccine. So it's like... And then there's Toy Agumon, which isn't the same thing. It's it's not a dinosaur, it's a bunch of Legos. Right. Yeah, there's like 4 other Toy Agumons. There's Clear Toy Agumon. In this game, there's one called L Toy Agumon. I don't know what the L stands for, but... Yeah, there's Clear Agumon, which is a Toy Agumon that I think is transparent. And then L Toy Agumon is like transparent, but also a single color. And I don't know what... Because I think this game might even be the origin for Clear Agumon and L Toy Agumon, and I don't know why they decided to make them. Because I feel like they could have just made something else. I mean, maybe it's just they chose one to get palette swapped, because a lot of these Digimon in this game are palette swaps. Because that's just how Digimon does things. And they were just like, let's make more Toy Agumons. That's the description for L Toy Agumon, so the L stands for light, probably. I think I may have figured that out once, I don't remember. Okay, they're only in this game. Yeah. I think there's... I don't know if those are the only ones, but I think there might be quite a few Digimon that are only in this game because they wanted to make palette swaps. Yeah, I mean, this game's not horrible with mistranslations. Vidramon and Arrow Vidramon have their support effects wrong. They say that they work when you are ultimate, but it's actually when your opponent's ultimate. And then Tintomon, his circle attack is called Blue Blaster, which is Gabumon's attack, when it should be called Super Shocker. Those are the only ones I've seen so far. I'm sure there's more. Well, and then they've got some of the... some names are translated funny. Like, you're saying maybe El Toyagumon's name is translated funny. But then there's Goburimon, who I think at the time he usually was called Goburimon, but now he usually gets translated as Goblimon. And then Flare Rizamon and Dark Rizamon typically get translated as Lizardmon instead of Rizamon. Which I wouldn't necessarily call that a mistranslation. That's just a direct name grab from the Japanese, I think. Or at least I assume. This arena is a lot easier than the last three, and I think it's because the yellow Digimon have much more specific effects, so it's probably harder for the AI to wrap its feeble brain around what it wants to do. Oh, it's going to use... Okay. I was not paying attention at all just now. I should have... He should have played the circle to 0 card. After I played that. If the AI was actually thinking, which it's not particularly great at this game. I think sometimes later it cheats to try and play better. But at this point I don't think it's doing that. And I don't blame anybody for the AI being poor. It's hard to make an AI be able to play a card game very well. Although this card game, there is no there's barely any hidden information, so it would probably be a little bit easier to make a decent AI decision tree thing. But also, this game was probably made in like 6 months in 2000 or 1999, so it's not like I expect it to play perfectly. Plus, if it played perfectly, it would make the game very hard for the small children who bought it. Wow. two bad hands. Okay, that one's better. Ooh, ouch. Oh well. That's a pretty good draw. Yeah, I don't know how popular it was. I'm the only person I knew who had it, but also it was my older brother's game, really. So I was a bit younger than the average person who would have been playing it when it came out. This is actually the second Digimon card battle game. In Japan, there was a game called Digimon Digital Card Battle that came out before this one, and this was called Digimon Digital Card Arena. So I don't know which one, if the first one came out between Digimon World 1 and 2, and then this one came out after Digimon World 2, or exactly the order there. I'm sure it wasn't too popular, because nothing Digimon was too popular, except for maybe the first World game. But I don't know if being around the same time as Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh card games would help make this sell because people want more card games, or make this not sell very well because people want Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon games. And then I guess there's the question of American release dates of things, because back then things would get released in different orders in different countries. I mean, that still happens somewhat, but not as often as it used to. Like, Digimon World 3, I think, didn't even come out in Europe. Oh, they didn't get 2. Okay. I couldn't remember which one they didn't get. Right, okay. I was assuming they got World 4 as Digimon 2003, but I guess it came out later than that, or... But, I mean, I didn't even have any of the World games when I was a kid, so... I just had this and Digimon Rumble Arena, which are, like, the weirdest set of 2 games to be your only Digimon games. because I think the average person who played Digimon games back then would have had like World 1, and as a second Digimon game would have been one of the other World games. Although I do think that I may have won on that front because I can't say I'm the biggest fan of the VPET Raising World 1 style. Maybe I would have liked it if I played it as a kid. But it's fun for a little while, and then it turns into a long pit of suffering. Which, I mean, if you like the gameplay style, that's fine, but it's not for me. I just like cool monster designs, and so card games are like the perfect... card games and JRPGs are the perfect avenue of Digimon for me. Yeah, Rumble Arena 1 is weird. It's certainly a... it's weird. Like, it's like trying to be a Smash Brothers clone, except not really, and it's it's like trying to be a normal fighting game without all the deep mechanics, but also be a Smash Brothers clone without all the stuff that makes Smash Brothers play well. So it ends up being... Plus, it's like explicitly an anime tie-in, which is a bit weird for a Digimon game. I guess you said you've never played Rumble Arena 1. I've never played Rumble Arena 2 or later. I think 2 is the only one that exists besides 1. There's like some other weird games that came out later. There's like an arena fighter or something, or like a 3D fighting game that probably sucks that exists that came out in like 2010 or something. Yeah, I don't know why I used circle. Got too into talking. Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking of. Rumble Arena All-Stars, or All-Star Rumble Arena, something along that line of name. I think it's like a 3D thing. I'm not exactly sure. Never really looked into it. But I do think Rumble Arena 2 is more similar to Rumble Arena 1. It's fairly similar to Rumble Arena 1. Not exactly the same. I think... Does Rumble Arena 2 have multiple stages of evolution? Because in Rumble Arena 1, you just... you Digivolve once if you're playing as a rookie, but then most of the unlockable characters are the you Digivolve once. For most of them, it's to a Mega level, but for Wormmon, it's to Stingmon. But then all the unlockable characters, except for Impmon, are most of them are just the evolved forms of the rookies that you start with, and Impmon. But then there's Omnimon. Imperial Dramon Paladin mode, and I can't think of the others, but Reapermon. Reapermon's cool. Yeah, but so it's weird because you unlock all these characters and they're just better than the ones you start with. So when you play it, you have to be like, are we going to play using evolved or unevolved? and you just agree to that, because otherwise just the person playing the evolved form wins. I feel like only one stage of evolution, though, would make for a better game. Although I can't say definitively, as I haven't played Rumble Arena 2. Not that Rumble Arena 1's a spectacular game. It's just fine. I mean, it's a fighting game, though, so I'm sure people play it competitively. I think I did see something about people playing it competitively a couple years ago. I don't know if that was just a momentary thing that people suddenly got into, or if it's something that still continues. But I think that there were like a lot of just like infinites that you could do if you really wanted to. So it's not the most balanced thing ever. For Millimon, that's a red, isn't it? Okay, no support, big HP, big plus P. I might put this on my deck. Okay, it's like a side event at Things, right? Okay, yeah, that's what I meant. Not like a real. It's not like Guilty Gear or something where people are actually trying to win. Oop, not what I meant to hit. I meant to hit menu. I want to look at my cards. Yeah, is also a fighting game player nerd. I mean, I haven't really competed ever, but I know more than I should about fighting games. Hence me bringing up Guilty Gear instead of something normal like Street Fighter. I mean, Guilty Gear's not abnormal, but I think I'll put him here. Let me look at the champions I have. What's this guy do? If both levels are C, boost on attack power. That's not too bad. Right, one of those fun childhood games. Yeah, like, that's what it is for me. Like, I'm saying it's bad, but I also still enjoy playing it. Which is probably the same with, honestly, most Digimon games. I mean, there's redeemable stuff in most Digimon games, but you have to like Digimon or like something about it. All right. You play Grand Blue? Yeah, I have to hold back and prevent myself from buying like every Arc System Works fighting game because like they're so fun, but I'm also like not competing in them or anything, so it's hard to it's hard to it's hard to make me not buy Arc System Works fighting games. Alright, I think I'm going to call it a night here. Thanks for watching, thanks for chatting, Ludolpha. It's fun having you in chat. I've been streaming this game for the past week or so. 2 weeks. Oh yeah, Marvel Token, whatever it's called. that is going to be... I'm going to love that. But yeah, I'm calling this a night. Thanks for watching. I've been streaming this for like 2 weeks. I'll probably stream within the next few days again. So see you next time.